Welcome to another edition of Morning Thoughts. So today's episode is going to be loaded with information. I want to talk about dreams. I want to talk about goal setting. I want to talk about how you are not able to achieve them. And most importantly, I'm going to talk about a technique that will help you, yes you, to start achieving some of your goals and living your dreams. All right, so first things first. In the last episode, I talked about how every single one of us has dreams that we want to live, has goals that we want to set, and then the distractions that come into play that hijack us and our time and not allow us to achieve those goals. Okay, so I want to pick it up from there. All right, so if you are like one of the third world's population adult, you probably have goals and dreams that you have set for yourself, but you have failed or you are failing to achieve them. Okay, and I want to ask you to ask yourself an honest question. Why do you think that is? Why is it that you haven't achieved that goal, or why is it that you're not living that dream? Okay, and one of the biggest reasons, based on research coming out of California University, is that we ourselves allow for different distractions to hijack our day. Okay, first and foremost, our feelings. Guys, quite honestly, and don't take this wrong, no one really gives a crap about how you feel. Okay, I mean, you look at so many different speeches, so different different articles, different research, and people will tell you that how you feel is solely your problem, not everyone else's. Your boss doesn't care how you feel. Your spouse, well, maybe, but not really that much. Maybe your mother may care about how you feel, but the rest of the world, it does not. So what really happens is that we allow our feelings, right, to get in the way of doing the things that are necessary for us to achieve our goals. Right? It's not that we can't get there. It's not that we can't do it. It's that we don't feel like it. Right? So you need to get up in the morning, right? You need to get up in the morning in order for you to do anything. But you don't feel like getting up in the morning. So that alarm goes off, and what's the first thing that you do? You start thinking about all the things that you need to do throughout the day, okay? And then your feelings start getting in the way because you don't want to do them. The fact that you have an alarm going off at 6 o'clock in the morning and then you don't feel like getting up, what do? You snooze it, right? You snooze it, and then you're just running late, okay? Scientific research has proven, okay, that we sleep in cycles. We sleep in these 90 to 110 minute cycles. So throughout the night, you're going to go through your sleep cycle. You're going to go through 1, 2, 3, however often, right? And then towards the morning, the 2 hours. So your body's biologically already conditioned to know that approximately at X hour, let's say 6 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever your routine is to get up, let's say it's 6, right? So it knows that your body is conditioned to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, okay? So about 2 hours prior to that, okay, your mind is going to trigger an event inside your head. It's going to start preparing your body to come out of sleep, right? It's like a thought cycle, right? Imagine like ice, throwing out. Anyway, so it's gonna start preparing your body. Now, when you snooze your alarm, okay, what's gonna happen is you're actually interrupting, okay, that cycle. So you coming out of that cycle, and now you're snoozing the alarm, and what's the first thing that you do? You go back to sleep. You tell yourself, you make an excuse. Oh, I'm just gonna lie there for another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna get up. But what your body starts to do is it starts to think, wait a second, I'm going back to sleep, right? So it goes back into the sleep mode for another 90 to 110 minutes, okay? And then your alarm goes off again, and then you look at the clock and you say, oh, you know what? I really do need to get up or I'm going to be late for work. or whatever it is that you're going to be late for. And you know, so now you're interrupting your sleep cycle, not really your thaw out cycle, but your sleep cycle. Okay, and then throughout the day, and all of you, every single one of you that's going to be watching this knows this, that you're going to start feeling groggy. You're going to feel like you can't wake up. You're going to feel sleepy, tired. Okay, and it's not because you did not get enough sleep during the night. It's because you interrupted your sleep cycle when you snooze that button, you know, when you press that snooze button. Okay, and so one of the things that I highly recommend you do is that you stop immediately. Right now, you stop using the snooze button. If you do, okay, just forget about it. When that alarm goes off, get up. Okay, count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and get out of bed. Okay, I know that you may not feel like it, but you have to push yourself through it. Okay, anything that's worthwhile needs to be pushed through. Okay, it's going to be worth it. Trust me when I tell you this. Okay, trust me. Just push yourself to get out of bed. Now, the other thing that I want to point out is that the most productive hours of the day, okay, our most productive hours of the day are the first 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 of the day. I would say probably the first 3 hours of the day when you wake up are the most productive. Okay, so when you get up in the morning, what's the first thing that you do? Okay, if you are like many of the people that I know, the first thing that you do is you reach for your phone or you turn on the television, okay? And you start checking in with the world before you check in with yourself. You start reading Facebook posts, you start reading your email, you start reading your text messages, you start looking at the news, you go through other people's drama, okay, and other people's news. You start checking the sale websites, you start looking at, you know, stuff on Instagram. And guys, trust me, I know about all that. I am guilty of it on occasion myself, but I've been trying, you know, I've put in this routine where I'm changing my morning routine, and I've noticed a huge difference. Now, you may be saying, well, Greg, wait a second. You are coming live to us via the social media. Isn't that kind of counterproductive to what you... Yes, it is. But the reason that I'm doing that is because you're still on there. Right? You're still on there. So I would rather give you some motivational and inspirational content, right? I'd rather give you some tips, tricks, and routines to improve your life versus you checking crap on Facebook for no particular reason. Okay, you go into, you know, Century 21, Zappos, or Macy's website, you know, checking for sales, or going on Instagram and checking other people's drama through their pictures and then being jealous the rest of the day that they're on vacation, or they driving a Mercedes Benz, or they just bought themselves a new luxury bag, or whatever else. Okay, so start changing your morning routine. Okay, the first thing that you do is you get out of bed. You don't snooze the button. You don't snooze the alarm. You get out of bed, and then you go into your, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, you do your morning routine, and start thinking about what it is that you need to do. Okay, what you need to do throughout the day. Okay, what is it that you need to do? How is it that you need to plan it out? Okay, the things that will benefit you, not your boss, not your spouse, not your children, not your family, you. What is it that you need to do to make yourself better? How is it that you're going to grow your business today? How is it that you're going to, expand your business to something else? What is it that you're going to do to improve yourself? Okay, because the first couple of hours of your day are going to be the most productive for you, right? Because if you're going to pick up that phone, right? If you're going to pick up that phone, what's going to happen? You're going to hijack. You're going to get hijacked. You're going to hijack with Facebook. You're going to get hijacked with Instagram. You're going to get hijacked with email. You're going to get hijacked with text messages, news sites and things like that. And you will not start to plan your day. You will not start to plan your life. And what happens to your dreams when you don't work on them? If you don't work on your dreams will not work. Okay? It's plain and simple. Okay, so start working on that. Change your routine. Do not pick up your phone until you are ready. Okay, which means that you go through your morning routine, you get out of bed, you get yourself ready, you get dressed, you plan it out. Okay, you get the kids out of the school and blah blah blah. Okay, and then you plan out the rest of your day. Now, the most powerful CEOs in America when we're interviewed by Success Magazine, said that the only time that they really have to themselves to plan out their day is the 30 to 40 minutes in the morning before they leave their house. Okay, before they leave their house. Because think about it, once you get into the office, once you get, to your work, what happens? You get hijacked. Your time gets hijacked, right? It's no longer yours. It's your boss's. It's your co-workers. It's your inbox. It's whatever else. It's the office gossip. It's one of those people that constantly complains about every single thing in the office. And they hijack your ear, and then they hijack your time, and before you notice, what happens? You are an hour, 2 hours into it, and you have done nothing productive. Okay? So plan everything else in the morning before you get into the office. Okay? Stop paying attention to your feelings, right? Because the gap between the person that you are now and the person that you need to be, okay? I'm going to say it again. The gap between the person that you are now and the person that you need to be to achieve your goals and to reach your dreams, to live your dreams, okay, is not going to be, it's not going to manifest itself. It's not going to get filled. That gap is not going to get filled, okay, by listening to your feelings, okay? You have to push yourself through that. Yes, I don't feel like getting up in the morning. Yes, I don't feel like taking on a project that I know is going to be complicated. Yes, I don't feel like reading a book a week. Yes, I'd rather lay in bed, watch TV, okay, and not have any difficulties or dramas in my life. But I know that I can't avoid it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to push myself through it. I don't feel like getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, but I will. I'm going to start making it my practice, and I have. Okay, I don't feel like getting up right away. I want to lay in bed for another 5 to 10 minutes to kind of give myself some time to thaw out. But I will, because I know that if I don't, it's going to become a habit, and that habit is going to get worse and worse and worse. So I'm going to push myself through it. Now, if you want to lose weight, okay, if you want to lose weight because health is important, what's the first thing that you got to do? You got to push yourself. You got to push yourself, okay? Getting out of bed and getting into a gym. You got to push yourself in changing your diet. You got to push yourself. You can't talk about it. Now, another thing that I'm going to stress is you cannot talk yourself out of a situation that you behave yourself into. Okay? You cannot talk yourself out of a situation that you behaved into. So if you are, again, if you're overweight, if you want to lose weight, if you want to be healthier, you can't just start thinking about it and not doing anything about it. You can't just start talking about it and not doing anything about it. That's not going to get you anywhere, right? It may inspire you, right? If you're going to start paying attention to all the things around you, if you're going to, look at inspirational content, right? But if you don't get your butt into a gym, if you don't get yourself into a healthier lifestyle, changing your diet, no amount of conversations are going to magically make you healthier, right? You gotta do it. You have to push yourself, even simple things like meditation, simple things like relaxation and meditation, okay? Doesn't require anything. It's self-discipline and breathing exercises. But they will only work when you do them. If you don't do them, they will not work. Right? I'm sure that you have either been in a situation or you know someone that is, okay? They talk about their dreams. They have this crazy plan of opening a business or doing something incredible with their life, but they never go anywhere with it. They just talk about it. They're filled with knowledge. They've done their research. They know every single thing that needs to be done. But what happens? They never get to it. It never manifests for them, right? Why? Have you asked yourself why? That's because they don't do anything about it. They don't get off their ass and do anything about it. They constantly use an excuse, right? They use an excuse. They procrastinate. They allow their feelings to hijack their success, their life. It's really a snooze button for them. Okay? I'm going to snooze my life for the next 10 years. Not 10 minutes, 10 years. I'm going to snooze it away. I'm not going to do anything about it. Naturally, they don't sit there and tell themselves, I'm not going to do it. They don't tell themselves, I am not going to snooze my way through life. But their actions are just as equivalent to that. Their actions or inactions are just as equivalent to that. They don't do anything about it. So as a result, what ends up happening is that they continue that trajectory of not achieving those goals, not reaching those dreams, not living that life. Okay? They continue on that because they don't do anything about it. They just talk about it, but they don't do anything about it. Okay? In some cases, you have a plan. It's an incredible plan. You're gonna do X, Y, and Z, to reach your goals. You're excited, you're pumped, you do your research, you figure out all the things that you need to do. And then the reality hits you. You're like, holy moly, I gotta do all that? I'll do it tomorrow. Right? All of a sudden, the fear comes into play, the regret comes into play, and you don't really know what to do. So you pause, you park yourself. You don't start. And in most cases, starting that initial push, okay, that is the hardest thing to do, right? It's pushing that rock off the cliff, right? But once it starts rolling, the inertia kicks in and it just keeps going, right? Once it starts rolling, it just goes. But starting is the hardest thing, right? Imagine, remember, the last time that you went to the gym and you actually got to do, some exercises, whether it was, weights or Stairmaster or whatever it is, getting there was the hardest part. Getting there was the hardest part. Getting on was the hardest part. Continue doing it was not. That was not. The hardest part was getting there. Right? You think about it. A lot of us have memberships, but we never get there. We have memberships to the gym, but we never get there. Why? Because getting there is the hardest part. Not doing it, not actually exercising, it's getting there. So people say, oh, well, you know what? I'll just set up a gym at home, right? And I'll do it from my house. You're going to find new excuses. You're going to find new reasons. Oh, I'm too tired. Oh, I got a lot to do. Oh, the kids need help with homework. And you never get around to it. So it's building a routine that will support your dreams, a routine that will support your habits, okay, your positive habits, in allowing you to get to that, okay? So you need to develop a morning routine that will be beneficial to you, okay? You need to develop a morning routine that will be inspiring. So I can't motivate you. Okay, they say that, oh, you're a motivational speaker, you're this and that, and, motivate us. I can't motivate you. No one can. Your motivation, that's an inside job. That comes from within. Okay, those are the reasons why you need to push yourself. Your motivation are all the reasons why you need to push yourself. What I can do is I can inspire you. I can provide you with content. I can give you information. Right? I can give you examples. I can tell you stories. I can give you my personal story, my personal examples where I persevered through challenges and I inspired myself and motivated myself to do certain things, right? But I can't motivate you. I can only inspire you to do something. You need to motivate yourself. You need to come up with reasons why you need to do that. Why do you need to be healthy? Right? So you can extend your life, so you can live a better life for you, for your kids, for your family, right? So you can hit all your goals, so you can achieve all your dreams, so you can live the type of life that you were always meant to live. But you will never do that if you're going to wait. You will never do that if you're going to allow your feelings to get to you. You will not. Okay? The social media, the distractions, it hijacks your day. You get up in the morning, make it a routine. That's my recommendation. Make it a routine. Do not touch your phone. Okay? Do not touch your phone. Unless you have an emergency, unless you're getting a phone call, until you're ready to start your day, do not touch your phone. When you go to bed, what you do right before you go to bed is just as important to you as how you begin your day. Okay? Because you're going to program your mind for the next 6 to 8 hours of what the hell it's going to think about, what kind of reality it's going to create during the time that you sleep. So whatever crap that you think about right before, whatever crap that you do right before, that's what your mind is going to keep thinking about. I don't really care whether you trust or believe me, okay? I'm telling you what I know. And I'm telling you what has been backed up by scientific research, okay? By countless and countless of articles from University of Columbia, University of California. You do your own, okay? Use that important tool that we all use on a daily basis. Google it and see for yourself. Okay? So the way that you fall asleep, the things that you do before you go to bed is just as important as the things that you do when you wake up in the morning. Okay? Use the most productive time for your mind. That's the first initial, couple of hours of your day to do something productive with. That's plan your day. Okay, write out a couple of things, not in your phone, but on a piece of paper. Write out a couple of things that you need to do for yourself that day. Check in with you. Okay, not your boss, not your spouse, not your kids. Things that will move you forward. Things that are productive, that are important to you personally. Okay, I'm not saying to disregard, their needs. I'm just saying that if you don't satisfy your needs, if you don't satisfy your own personal goals, then you don't go to anybody. There's no reason, okay? There's no reason for you to think about anything else but than that. If you're not productive for you, if you're not healthy for you, if you're not pushing yourself forward to reach your goals, if you're going to live an unhappy life, what do you think you're going to do to everyone else around you? Nothing. You cannot live a happy life if you are not happy. And the way to do that is first start paying attention to yourself. Okay? Not be selfish, but two things. Pick 2 things a day that you think are important to you to achieve that day. Whatever they are. Okay? Today, I'm going to run for 20 minutes. Okay? I need to call so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so because I need to talk about the opportunities that I want to create to expand my business. Those are the things that I need to discuss. Okay? And that's it. Put those things away. Now you can go play Candy Crush. Okay? Now you can go check Facebook. Now you can go check Instagram. Now you can write that email. Okay? Now you can pay attention to everything else. Program your mind in the first couple of hours of the day to pay attention to the things that are important to you before you start paying attention to everything else. Check in with yourself before you start checking in with the rest of the world. Okay? You are that house, and what you need to do in the morning is that foundation that you need to build that house. Okay? Don't snooze your way through life. I am not joking. Don't snooze. Your dreams will never become your reality if you keep procrastinating. Okay? If you keep putting it off. Don't. So I'm very much interested in hearing about your routine. I want to know what gets you out of bed. I want to know what routines you have. I want to know what makes you productive. I want to know what your goals and aspirations are. I want to know what motivates you, what inspires you. So please, comment below. Okay? Comment below. Write, info@gtinspires.com. Post on my Facebook page. This video is also going to be available on YouTube, so if you can't find it here later on, you can go and check it on YouTube. And most importantly, do me a favor by doing yourself a favor. Okay? Start checking in with yourself in the morning. Don't check in with the rest of the world until you do. That's what's going to create a better reality for you. That's what's going to give you the tools to achieve your goals and reach your dreams. All right? I'm waiting for your response. Have a blessed day.